Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for BroadwayWorld. Harvey Fierstein's groundbreaking, Tony Award-winning play, Torch Song, is back on Broadway at the very same theater it opened at in 1982. And we're here on opening night to celebrate with the company led by Michael Urie and Mercedes Ruehl.
The big stuff. Who do you think you are, Mr. Big Stuff? You're never gonna get my love.
It was a really wonderful night. It was very exciting. My parents were here. Bernadette Peters was here. Vanessa Williams. I had 2 Into the Woods witches. Come on. It was a really special night.
You're a comic genius, my friend. How you hone your craft in this show. What is it like first being in the room with Harvey the first time around, with Moises, just crafting Arnold?
Well, you know, they let me do my own version of Arnold from the very beginning, which I think was like, you know, kind of the only way to do it. Because you can't be Harvey. No one can be Harvey. Why would you even try? He's a completely unique and individual genius. And so from the very beginning, my audition was to read the entire play for Harvey with a cast, a wonderful cast of actors. And we read the whole thing, and I failed, and I succeeded, and I failed, and I succeeded. And I gave it a shot. I gave it my own version, my own spin, my what I thought was Arnold. And they said, yeah. At the end of it, they said, yeah, we want you to do this. So from the beginning, I had that license to make it mine, which I don't know that I could have done without, you know, because and Harvey let me alone so often. He was always there. He was a text away. If I ever needed anything, he was a text away. What does this line mean? How do I get the laugh here? Whatever. He was right there, and also he stepped away. You know, he also and it was a true. I mean, such a gift. Obviously, over and over again, a gift.
There is a feeling of such love in this cast that I don't think any of us have ever experienced it before. It's like, I mean, it sounds like such a cliche, but it really is like a family. I mean, I come into the theater, I can't get down the hallway without somebody grabbing me and hugging me and kissing me, and, you know, they're adorable people. I'm sort of like the den mother of the group. But it's just delightful. It's delightful, and it's spoiling me for anything else, you know?
We fell in love with you all off Broadway, and then you had a little time off, and now you're back doing it again. It must be so special.
Well, the interesting thing when you come back after you've been away for a while, you rediscover the place, and you find something. You find things that you didn't see the first time. It's just astounding how that happens. So the whole play has just deepened a little bit. And found a deeper sorrow and a deeper joy.
You got to pinch me. I mean, it's like a kid in a candy store every day I walk out there. Michael is unbelievable, and he's such a giving and caring and obviously supremely talented person. And to be able to share that with him and share the stage with him and Mercedes and everybody else, it's really, I feel like a lucky guy.
When you actually took your bow tonight, Broadway debut, do you remember what you were thinking?
Don't fall over? I don't know. I have no idea.
Welcome to the technical stuff, doesn't it?
Yeah, like don't just keep bowing and going head first into the first row.
It's so fun. I mean, it's a blessing not only to have done this off Broadway and then come back to it on Broadway, having already known the cast and already love each other, and being able to play with people that you know so well and you can see into their hearts and know their intention, and to have a second go at it is just, it's so great. It's very unique.
Comic timing with David is flawless.
Thank you.
I mean, just, that's got to be so much fun to play him, right?
Oh, it is. I mean, it is. I mean, this is the first real comedy that I've ever done, and, you know, it's a blessing to get to work on something like this. But being able to study Michael Urie and Mercedes Ruehl do this show is, I mean, there's no better teachers in the world.
Being in the room with Harvey Fierstein, what that means?
Well, he's a legend, and he's a legend that walks very close to the earth. So it's a little bit of a pinch me every time that I'm around him. But then when he's around, all you want to do is hug him and kiss him, basically. He also, it's nonstop laughter. He's just good for your soul every second that he's around. Pretty much like this play is good for the soul.
We all fell in love with this off-Broadway. Now you're on Broadway, the same theater where the show opened.
I mean, that tonight, I promised myself I wasn't going to cry, but when Harvey got up on stage, and you could tell he was just so full of emotion, I think not only because he loves us and this production, but because he's sitting in the very room where it all began 30-some years ago. It's profoundly moving, I think, for anyone who cares about the theater. But also, I think you can just feel, as an audience member who doesn't have a background in the theater, just how timely this play is and how wonderful it is it's returning back to Broadway.
Okay. Working with this company, what it means to you.
I mean, there are no words. Namely, I just have to talk about Michael Urie, I think, because he's the most incredible person, one of the most incredible people I've ever met. He is so kind, he's so smart. There's no ego. It's just all about putting on a good show, making people laugh, making people feel, and leading with grace and with humility. It's just amazing. And we, we're so lucky that we had all that time off Broadway and the time in between where, you weren't seeing us on stage, but we were actually hanging out quite a bit to develop the love amongst us. And it's just, I feel it every night. I hope the audience feels it. I think they do. It's been very special.
The great thing about this group of actors is not only that they're great craftsmen and great artists, but they're great human beings. So it's wonderful to be in the room with them.
My journey with this play is over. I have gotten together with a group of people to pass it on to a new generation, and it is absolutely thrilling to be able to have people experience it and make it their own. It's the greatest joy.
How proud were you tonight, Jordan?
Oh my God. I can't even. Very, very proud.